Good morning. So I've started a curious project, and it was sort of brought about by the New Year letter tarot spread by Tarot Pros on Tumblr, and one of the cards that I got for that reading was the let me do better at this. Here we are. Is it here? Yeah. Was the World Tree, Major Arcana 21 in the Wildwood Tarot deck. And it became a jumping off point for a progression of readings for this year. And I need to find my notes so I know which card that was that I picked. Okay, so when I did the reading for the new year with the letter, the World Tree came up as card 4. And card 4, maybe this is the year you should be focusing on things to do with what the World Tree means. And I ended up seeing it as decluttering, negotiate my path more effectively, recycle and upcycle, growth, create, more learning, read, more journaling. And so the labyrinth became a path to follow for this year's readings. And so the card that seems to me represents what I should be doing becomes a card on the path through the labyrinth. So the last thing I did for last year, so the last new moon, my reading, the main card was the 2 of Pentacles. And my card, and the card, my card, when you run the numbers with my birth years, birth numbers, and just running the numbers for the finding a tarot card for this year, all came up the Magician. So that's the next card on the path. And then also a card that came out of the same New Year letter reading was the Seven of Arrows. That was the last. That was card 8. And that card was the Seven of Arrows. And so that one stuck with me, so that stays on the path because there's obstacles to overcome. And the shadow card seemed like it needed pulling for that same reading, and it ended up being Temperance. And this is a tiny little deck I made using my copier and a deck that came with a book I read a while back. And so it's just a basic rendition of the traditional card structure. And since I'm trying to get better at understanding card meanings and structure representation, I decided to make my own funny little deck using my printer and shrinking them by half. And then when I trimmed them clear to the border of the picture, so they came out borderless. And they're kind of a funny little deck. I only had blue cardstock, so I used that. I wanted off-white, but I couldn't find any. These that I'm pasting down to my Labyrinth mat are ones that are just printed on regular paper. So earlier I meant to do a reading by using the last card, the card I pulled for the full moon. So I had a phone call come in, so I had to take that real quick. So the other day I meant to do a reading using the card from the new moon, and I ended up finding Temperance, so that's yesterday. So I did a new reading for today with the Two of Cups for my significator, and came up with the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. And I will do some write-up and maybe add some more to this later. Love you all. Toodles. Good morning. Finishing up with my reading for the 16th. Two of Cups as a significator. Queen of Pentacles to the left. Three of Wands to the right. Contemplation and experiential knowledge. Someone who can help me with that. What's out there, I can only bring what's out there if I gather knowledge from another. I'm going to connect this to the taping I did yesterday, and I'm kind of working on trying to figure out how to write up what's going on with my work surface with the labyrinth and the cards that are pasted to it. And what's going on with how I'm gonna do the work of this year. I hope everyone had a great holiday yesterday. Whoops, I didn't want to blow all of those out. That was the wrong way. So we will get down to the business of my day. I hope everyone has a super week. Peace. Be safe.